Hey DCW fam, thank you guys for tuning in again. We got another exciting video for you guys. Stay tuned. We're gonna be drawing a swan. We're gonna get right to it. First you wanna draw kind of like the shape of a 2, but the bottom is kind of angled. The whole number 2 is angled a little bit to the left. You want to go all the way up. We're going to be making the tail and then coming all the way around. And we're going to align where the 2 comes down. I usually don't identify what tools, what paint brushes I'm using. I do apologize for that. Doesn't really matter too much. I just try to use a pencil that can sketch it out first, and then I'll do an outline that's thicker. Sometimes it's a marker paintbrush, sometimes it's a pen paintbrush, basically to accomplish a different look overall. And I'll change what I use sometimes as well. But right now we have the outline of the swan pretty much done, and then we're gonna do a little bit of a tiara style for her. I say her because I'm gonna be going for a feminine color for the swan, but again, artistic freedom. You can do whatever you want. You can make it blue, you can make it green, you can have fun with it. Last night I made a post highlighting and celebrating that we reached past 100 subscribers, and today I woke up to 124 just after passing it yesterday. So I really want to thank you guys for the outpouring support and love that you guys have shown. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel also, please do so. It helps me out a lot, and it encourages me to keep on putting out content like this more consistently. Really appreciate it. You guys are the best. For the eyes, we're gonna have it closed. To accomplish this, you just want a thicker line on the bottom, a little bit of a curve to it for the eyelashes if you're doing a female. If not, you can make it a little less thicker, and then you won't do eyelashes as long as I'm doing as well. We won't be drawing pupils since the eyes are closed. We want a front line that stands up a little bit, and then a curved line, thinner at the top. It just makes it look like it's closed. We're gonna use the move tool to kind of fit the canvas a little bit better, and we're gonna then see the symmetry is a little bit off, so I'm gonna erase a little bit and then redo it. I want the front of the body to come close to the front of the beak, so that's why I erased that. And then I'm gonna have to change a little bit of the neck, the bottom of the neck, to align it better with the new line that I do. This is the part of the sketching that you might make a mistake, and then while you're resizing and kind of seeing things for how they're coming, you can decide things, and it's easy to change things up because this is just the sketch phase. Now that we like what we have so far, we're gonna make the image a little bit larger, and then we're gonna be moving on to the outline phase of drawing. The brush set that I love to use is called Jing Sketch, and it's a assortment that I purchased. I really love the set of brushes that this artist put together. You can find bundles of brushes on the internet, and it makes life a lot easier, especially when you're drawing. Sometimes I like to use other artists' brushes just to kind of get a feel for it, and I might adjust it as well to tweak it to my own liking as well. So feel free to do that. That might be a little bit more advanced, but you don't really have to. Like I said, the basic sketch brushes and the basic ink brushes and paint brushes do all the things that you need it to do on Procreate. We're just finishing up on the eyes. I don't really like these eyelashes too much. I think they come out too far at the end, so we'll just be redoing that. Sometimes you'll make mistakes and you'll have to redo something, and that's the great thing about having a sketch underneath it. You always have a guide to go back to. So we're gonna redo this, and hopefully it comes out better this time around. We'll stay a little bit more true to the sketch this time around. Yep, liking that a lot better. And then we're gonna move on to the last part of the outline where we're outlining the wing, and then we'll be moving on to add some color. I spoke too soon. I'm gonna make a few minor details fixed up here. Some of the curves didn't look too adequate. Kind of looked like the curve was broken a bit, so easy fix. And then we always create a new layer for colors, and then we'll pick the color that we want to make our swan. So this part, when we're coloring, every color that we use that corresponds to another part of the drawing will create a different layer for each color. That way we can always kind of, if we want to change the color, it's easier to just come back to it and just drag and drop a new color or change the settings of the color. It'll be easier to do without affecting the rest of the image. And this is where I love digital art, because it allows you a lot less mistakes in that regard, and you can always just change out colors very easily, quickly, as long as you have your images layered out pretty good. So every time you change a color or add a new color, just be sure to do it on a new layer and you'll be good. Also, when you're coloring, on a new layer. I don't know if you guys try this, and maybe you might have had an issue with it, but when you do a new layer and you have a color in there, you want to reference the original outline, the thick outline that we do on the second layer. So after you select the layer of that outline, there's an option to put a reference on it, and when you reference it, the new layer that you create is pretty much imagining the lines that you had from the other layer. So when you're dragging and dropping, it's adding the colors without the lines, so you can work with the colors individually. Just adding our lighting now, going with the same kind of style as we have done so far a few times already. We'll be close to the outside, and then maybe like a little bit away from the outline, and following the outlines to do the shading. Again, you want like a gradient brush. The one that I'm using is from the brush set from Jing, which I find to be really good. And then you want to go lighter, close to white, and then even white if you want, and on the color. And then you want to highlight the most brightest part again to make that part even more bright. And then you want it to also be gradient as well to the rest of the color. We're adding some white lines to add highlight to the wings. I do this a lot for cartoons. It just makes the image pop a little bit more. So feel free to do the same. You don't have to do it to the same parts as me. You can also choose where the light is. If you light up the back of the swan, you want to stay to the back of the head, and then back of the tail, and then back of the neck. So you just want to follow where you would imagine the light to be hitting, and that's the part that would be brighter on the lighting part of the drawing. We also do these bright spots just to add another effect. It just makes it look a little bit more like it's glistening, and it's a feature I like to add to some of my cartoons that I draw. Thank you for making it this far in the video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so that you can get notified for any new videos that we post. And now we're going to be doing the shading. Since we made the front of the swan lighter, we're doing the back as the shading part. So that's kind of what you want to do with the lighting and shading. Whichever side you pick, the opposite side you want to do the other. So if you light the front, you want to do shading on the back. If you shade the back, you want to do lighting on the front. You can do it from top to bottom too, and bottom to top, but whichever you want to just stick to the opposite for the other. Since we are doing a female, we're gonna add a little bit of a blushing under the eyes. onto the tiara crown, making it gold, and just adding some details to make the gold shine a little bit. And there you have it. We are done. At the end of every drawing, make sure you sign your name. If you like, also put a date on it so that you can keep track of your progress of how you're developing as an artist. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching this tutorial on this swan. Here's a glimpse of a time lapse of the entire work. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to the channel, and also in the descriptions you can find our social medias, and you can follow us and send us a message on what you would like to be in the next video that we post. Thank you.